matchups always elevate the pressure. Heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 21st-ranked team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will have the opening possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look so out in the open. Miss breaking tackle, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man. He is the guy.
Looking for room, it's Murphy. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking for a man, it's Reed. Hauls it in. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Finds his tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete to the right. There he goes. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Handoff from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The give to Davis. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect 1st drive.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hoosiers offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touched it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And you had all day to stew on it, get excited, and dream about getting sacks, and it took no longer than the first play to get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This defense has been doing it all year long.
He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive. Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Setting up the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Caught close to the marker. It's Hamilton. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a second down. Makes the catch. It's Hamilton. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Hoosiers are facing third and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Barker. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers.
Breaks into the open. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hoosiers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's got it on the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. And the Nittany Lions come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. from the gun. They'll give it on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. Bunch formation for these receivers. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Denmark. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great.
Touchdown, Penn State! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this... gets right to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Bond. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Unloads it left. Got a man, it's Reynolds. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Dropping back, it's Reed. Pressure coming. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's got it. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep. But the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make...
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Special teams proving to be special.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Leaves it with the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And the Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts from...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The no-frills unis, but big-time swag from their backers in getting the sack.
Yeah, and we are linebacker U. We find linebackers year after year that get after the quarter.
Wide open spaces. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 30. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
That's caught. It's Marshall. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Hamilton. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
There he goes. Running through contact. Ball is loose. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. And the Hoosiers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And I love the pass rush here by the defense. 2 straight plays with their backs against the wall. Does not get better than that.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. The screen, he's got wheels. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Never a doubt. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Punts it out of the air. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than up.
Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Grab near the marker, it's Barker. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Wants to throw it. It's complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets the gift. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. The give to the back. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll try the right side. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Leaves it with the running back.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to leave. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Murphy. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because...
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. And the Nittany Lions will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
42, Indiana, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would turning it on! Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Marshall. And they pick up just a few on that completion. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Marshall. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game.
Feeds him the stiff arm, and he's running free. There he goes. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. UNLV is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 11 to Hawaii. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Bond. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barker. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Caught in the backfield, it's Lions. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Hoosiers decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride Davis here.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There he goes. Runs through a tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, The possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect.